Great things are happening in all of our groups. Today, I answer a few questions and introduce an idea that could make a lot of people a lot of money. If you buy and sell cars for a profit, or you want to, you're in the right place. This is the Flipping Genius Podcast. I am your host, Randy Lee. I've been flipping cars most of my life, despite having almost zero mechanical skill. For the past dozen years or so, I've been a licensed used car dealer in the great state of Alabama. No matter what the topic, the number one goal of this podcast is to help our listeners make more money. Let's get to it, flippers. Hey, welcome to episode 64 of the Flipping Genius Podcast. I've got good news for you today. One is the episode's going to be a little shorter than normal. And two, it's shorter because I've got just a few things to share with you, but they are things that are going to make you money. And as I've said numerous times, that's the number one goal of this podcast, is to help our listeners make more money. And I'm confident today is going to happen. I want to start the episode off with some reminders, though. I want to do them now instead of at the end, because I'm afraid I might lose a few of you, and I want you to know some of this most important thing that I cover. So first off, the Flippers Forum. I want to thank everybody who's joined so far and who's participating so far. It is a dynamite idea, and I'm excited about it. Flippers Forum is solely there to help our listeners make money and help each other make more money. It is free, and all you got to do is go to search Flipping Genius on Facebook under groups, and you're going to find all of our groups. Got a brand new group in Columbus, Georgia that we just opened this week, but we're looking for the Flippers Forum. Stay on track, Randy. And under the groups, you're going to see it's the only one that's got a blue background, and click on there. When you do, please tell me a little bit about yourself and your experience and your reason for joining. I just take a couple seconds. Just tell me a little bit about you. You don't have to go into great detail. Provide me with your email address so I know you're real, and I can follow up with you in case something happens with Facebook. You gotta make sure that you keep contact with everybody. I'm not going to bombard you with a lot of stuff, but appreciate that. I've had a couple people that I had to deny this week because they didn't give me any additional information, and I'm going to keep this group, like all of our groups, keep it pure. It is all about sharing information and helping each other grow their flipping business, and not about selling luggage or something. So I'm going to ask you to just give me a little bit of information. The questions are set up to automatically ask you when you join, and I'll get you in. And when you come in, please participate. You can. There's a handful of popular topics that are already set up. And you can just click on one of those and answer or put your input into those. Or if you've got a topic that you want to start, ask a question of the group and answer questions of the group. If you've got information you can share, don't be afraid to share your knowledge. It'll make you better. And that's why I do the Flipping Genius podcast. I mean, frankly, I get better at what we do by sharing with other people. I don't know how that exactly works, but I know it works. And that's why I don't hold anything back. I'll tell you every secret I know. I'll give you every tip I know, every and if you look at the resources page, I'm not talking about that right now, but if you do, you're going to see that I'm going to give you everything that I know. I put it in there. I'm in a big hurry. If I get a new deal set up, I'm in a big hurry to put it on there because I want to help everybody. I mean, that's what the Flipping Genius is about. The Flipping Team Member Program, if you stuck around through the thing, you've heard me talk about it. And we've got a rewards program that it's just outstanding. I mean, and I thank you to the guys who have joined so far. It means the world to me that you're supporting the program, but it also means the world to me that I can give back so much. I'm going to just go down this list and tell you again what you get. When you join the Flipping Team Member group, you get our vehicle profit and loss analysis form that I use on every single vehicle. I've got some right back here. the auction analysis system. Some of you guys have already gotten that from me for a different offering. I think there's like 5 forms that I send out. Don't let it blow you away when I send it to you, because there's a lot of attachments that come in. But I send you a template so you can actually take what I do and restructure it for yourself, because you may want to make a change. And I set it up as a PDF and as Word, and you can take it from there. I also send you an example of an actual form that I used, and directions on how to use the form, and even a little code thing to show you what codes I use. Goal setting and tracking system that comes with it. This is something that I manage my life with. I don't care if you're flipping cars, or if you're running for Congress, or if you're a doctor. This system that I use will help you accomplish your goals in your life, and I'm proud to include that in there. The auction directory, this is constantly being updated, but the current directory of auctions that we have all over the United States and Canada, the Middle East, and Europe and South America. Some of these auctions, if you go through Flipping Genius, you'll be able to get a discount. We show you how to get discounts on fees. And there's actually some updates that we've recently got that I include in there too. There's hundreds of car auctions all around the country, and we're constantly adding those. And if you've got car auctions to add that you want to tell us about, send them to me. I'd be happy to add them to the list to help other people. Our resources Rolodex that I've mentioned, our resources page, you'll actually get a hard copy of that, so you'll have it right in front of you with links to every resource that we have. And I've talked about that. It'll save you money. It'll make you money. It's really why. Anyway, I've got to keep going, Randy, here. Audio files on our 5 most popular episodes of Flipping Genius. Now, I'll tell you what, all of our episodes keep getting more and more popular, and thank you guys for listening. Listenership is expanding. I think we're in 40 different countries now, in every state in the union. The numbers are getting bigger and bigger, and that helps me negotiate better deals on those resources page items. So that is exciting stuff. But these are the top 5 so far. You get an audio download. Of course, you can download them yourself, but they come to you. He also, just for fun, I'm going to give you a jug of, or what do I call it here? A packet of Kickapoo Joy Juice. You can mix it yourself. You'll hear me talk about that on the program. And you also get, I don't have one right here, a Flipping Genius golf cap. They're awesome looking, embroidered with the logo, and they come in black and white. I still have some of both colors, so when you join, let me know which one you want, black or white, and we'll send that right out to you. I mean, frankly, this stuff costs me a lot more than anybody would pay us. And one last thing, if you join the Flipping Team member group before the end of April 2021, when this is when I'm recording this, we're also going to include the video, a private video clip of the entire conversation between Rachel Eubanks and I in episodes 62 and 63. Now you can listen to the most of that on there. You can also see the video, but this is a video of our conversation in its entirety. And there are a couple pretty good ideas in there that I left out because I just felt like I was getting a little long-winded, but it'll all be in one video. Just the conversation, no me trying to sell you things or anything like that. That'll come to you. That only goes out. It's a private link and only goes out to the Flipping Team members. So I want to make sure you're aware of that. This thing is dynamite, and it's going to get more dynamiter. By the way, if you are not aware of it, we're doing the Flipping Genius episodes also by video now on our YouTube channel. And I think that's something I was going to remind you of in a couple seconds, but I just thought of that. So make sure that you, if you rather listen, I usually listen to my podcast, frankly, but I know a lot of folks are watching on the YouTube channel, so I just want to make sure you're aware of that. Let's see, I'm following my list here. Hey, by the way, I just mentioned Rachel Eubanks, and she was on 2 episodes. And I just want to say that her ideas on that nurturing sequence, I don't know if you heard that, but if, of course, I don't know if you heard it, but if you didn't, listen to that again. I've already added 9 new prospective buyers and 3 new prospective sellers to my database that I'm doing what Rachel told us to do, and I know this is going to make me some money. So go back and check that out. I mean, I know that was not a typical car flipping conversation. But that's it. That's not what this podcast is about. It's not about sounding the same. It's about helping you make more money. That's the number one goal of this thing. And my conversation with Rachel brought ideas that you're not going to hear on any other car flipping podcast or any other YouTube video show. And no matter how many $100 bills that they shake at the camera, this is the kind of stuff that will make you money, and it's stuff you're not going to hear anyplace else. So episodes 62 and 63, and if you become a flipping team member, you get the entire video and a private link. I want to remind you that we've got to set up a email setup at flippingquestions@gmail.com. Send me your questions, send me your suggestions, send me your stories, anything you'd like to hear about in future episodes, or things we're not doing right. Let me know. I had a guy the other day comment about our website and made some great suggestions on how we can improve it. I'm trying to do it. I'm doing a lot of juggling. So, but we made some changes already based on what he said and what some other folks have said. So I'll listen to your suggestions. If you've got ideas on how we can make this program better, our videos better, definitely going to listen to it. In fact, one of the questions today that I'm going to answer is along the YouTube thing. And like I said, the YouTube channel setup, just search Flipping Genius on YouTube and you'll find our channel. We've got, I think we're closing on about 50 videos there, but the episodes have only been on there for about the last 5 episodes. And I'm getting better at editing that. The latest one was the best one, smoothest, I think, and hopefully this will be smooth too, because I'm recording this right now, and I've already told you that twice. Sorry about that. And we also, I just put a 4-part series. If you haven't heard me talk about that, I'm excited about this 4-part series. Is my real live 3-hour car flip. You've heard me talk about Jeremy Fisher and his course 3-hour car flip. Well, I was so excited to get this vehicle, and I was able to do this, and I broke them up into 4 short videos showing you exactly what we did. And this was just a couple weeks ago that I completed. It was actually everything on it's true. It's not the sexiest thing, but that's on there too. So check those things out. Please. Hey, we're going to answer a few questions that I've gotten through the Flipping Questions at Gmail account. Remember, flippingquestions@gmail.com is the email address. This first question came from Sandy in Pennsylvania, and he asked, what is the typical turnaround time on a flip, and how much do you make? Now, this is actually a question I've gotten several different ways from several different people, and here's my answer. I can only answer, from my perspective. Now, this year, my average hold time has been 24 days between time of purchase and time of sale. Now, I know I've seen other people answer this, and on some other sites, and some are saying 3 days and 5 days and stuff like that. I'm just giving you a straight up answer. Sometimes I buy vehicles and I've got to wait for a title to come in. Other times I got the title, I've got everything, but I can't close them out. Other times I flip the thing, and like the video, I really did do that in less than 72 hours and less than 3 hours into it. And I'm not going to say that's typical, but it's definitely not impossible. But if you watch the video, you'll see it's not the sexiest thing in the world, but I got it done. So this year it's been 24 days. My average profit margin personally has been 85%. So that means that if it costs me $1, I get $1.85 back. I'm sorry, but I just thought I'd clarify that. Now this is going to vary depending on the type of vehicle that you decide to flip. Now, this is based on these are my actual numbers. And it's been pretty close to this for the last 13 years. I track this stuff all the time. I mean, everything is tracked. As you'll see if you get to be a flipping team member, I send you out my paperwork, and we'll continue to build that. By the way, flipping team members will get a monthly update too. Our success kit comes every month. You'll get additional information. So we'll be adding to the forms. You haven't got all my forms. I've been doing this for a while, and I keep records, because if you don't keep records of how you got there, you're doomed to repeat your failures, and you won't be able to repeat your successes, because it's just luck then. Write that down. I was talking to somebody else. Sometimes my numbers are a little better, and sometimes they're worse. The turnaround time over the last 13 years, I looked it up. My actual hold time has been 27 days. So 24 days this year. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but the year's not over yet either. So I wouldn't doubt it. I wind up right at about the 27 again. But I know who I am, and I know what I do, and I've talked about that before. I don't stray into other waters. I'm not all of a sudden going to start trying to flip fancy sports cars, or as cool as it would be to do classic cars or other things that I think are really cool. It's not what I know. I do what I know, and I stick to it. Now that's just my reality. And just to give you my numbers, because I'm just throwing my numbers at you here. My average purchase price this year has been $1,226. And my average expense of repair has been $264. Now, I've talked about Dennis Johnson. I mentioned him again. It seems like every episode. He's my mechanic. The guys down there, they're a commercial operation here, but they treat me like I'm family, I think, and they take care of me. I try to make the right purchases so I don't get too deep in, but that gives you an idea. I end up with about $1,490 in a vehicle, and my selling price this year has been $2,755. I think this all should work out, but I pulled them right off my numbers here, off my spreadsheet. And this has been pretty typical for me over the last dozen years. Honestly, my purchase price has actually gone up quite a bit, just necessity. I know $1,226 sounds pretty cheap, but you throw in some cheap ones like the 3-hour car flip vehicle that cost me $320 at purchase, and my repairs on that one were a total of $6, and then a selling fee of $60. So that brings the numbers down. Every now and I throw in a little bit more expensive vehicle, like the F-150 that I talked about a few weeks ago. But these are pretty typical for me, but I have seen it gradually creeping up. I think the more competition we have, and currently used car prices are just high everywhere because of a lot of factors. But your numbers will be different. I mean, that's the truth. And if you want to hear more about this, Sandy, I encourage you to join our Flippers Forum. And once you're in there, ask this question on there. Ask other people and take a look at that. I'd love to see the numbers myself. It's just reality, but that's what I do right now. So, and if you want to see these numbers in hard form, you want me to send you a copy, I'll send you a copy of my spreadsheet if you want. Just email me at flippingquestions@gmail.com, or better yet, if you ask me on the Flippers Forum, I'll put them on there so people can see them. I don't think I should hold back. I reported all to the IRS, so I'm not worried about it. I hope that answers your questions as good as I can personally, Sandy. And if other people want to share, if you want to send what you've got, any numbers that you want to share to me at flippingquestions@gmail.com, you want me to pass those along to Sandy either on a future episode or email them to you, I'll do that. But I do encourage you to get involved in the forum so we can discuss this amongst everybody, because that's the whole idea. We all get together there, and you've got a lot of voices answering a lot of questions. And we've got some great members with great experience who have joined. I just saw somebody join the other day. He's a full-time flipper with great experience. Can't remember what part of the country he's from, but these guys are coming from all over, and we do have some folks from other countries. But like I said, I am watching to make sure that we're not getting just spammers in there, because I guarantee you, with a group of over 27,000 in one of my markets, I have turned away almost 18,000 people I've banned from that group. It is something you got to watch when you have a Facebook group. Second question comes from Corrigan from Washington State. Said, I watched your videos on that Nissan. Why did you do such a crap car? Why not show bigger money? And Corrigan is referring to that video I just mentioned, the 3-hour flip. It was a 97 Nissan Maxima that I bought. So yeah, kind of a crap car it was. And I love the question, Corrigan. I did realize that it was, like I said, it was a crap car, but this was a real deal that I was working on at the moment. I mean, everything I said on there is true, every bit of it. It was just straightforward, and that's what I wanted to be. And I know, that on Flipping Genius, we're talking to people of all levels. We're talking to flippers who have never raised their hand at an auction, who are just completely inexperienced and just thinking about doing this. And we talk about guys who are full-time flippers and people who are full-time big car dealers. I mean, I'm a licensed car dealer. A lot of our listeners are licensed car dealers, and most of you are going to probably progress that way. I believe that that's what we're trying to help you. We're helping you progress your business, and as you grow your business, a lot of you guys are going to get to that stage. But I'm talking to every one of you at all those different levels. But I especially want to create something on that video. I want to create something that was duplicatable. I think that's a word. Now I'll do videos of higher margin vehicles. I do those all the time. I do the vehicles all the time. But this was an opportunity. I knew that I was going to be able to do this. I had seen the vehicle. I knew what we had, and if it was going to do what the guy said it was going to do on the phone, I had it in my mind already that I could turn this thing, and I thought it'd be great subject matter. But we will do videos of higher, volume vehicles, higher expense vehicles, and better returns. I don't know if I can get better return on investment than that, for dollar. But I personally love this one. I know that literally anybody could do what I did on that vehicle, and that's why I said duplicatable. And I was able to show you how I got the seller to contact me to sell me the vehicle. I was able to show you how I took bad and made it better to make it more marketable, because that's what I did. And I was able to show you how I found a way to sell it fast and nearly triple my money on the thing. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough to seed a bigger deal, which is exactly what I was trying to demonstrate. Because I've had this question. How can I do this? And this I knew that answered that question. Now I'm not going to apologize for being real. I could shake a stack of $100 bills at the camera and get my picture taken that way for the cover of the podcast and the cover of the YouTube video. And I could pitch you that this is all easy money, but the truth is there is work that needs to be done, and some of it's not real glamorous, and sometimes you will lose money. That is just the truth. And Flipping Genius is about telling the truth, and it's about helping you make more money, long term, and the right way. And that's why I have guys like Jeremy Hammond and David Disbro come on and tell us their victory stories. They're awesome. Everybody loves him. I can't tell you all the people that want Jeremy to come back, and he promises to come back. He was on episode 17. Tons of fun and just so much. Everything he said was true. Jeremy makes money, and he'll come back. He's doing a lot of big money stuff right now, and I've got a couple other friends that I'm going to bring along too that are going to be a lot of fun, and they're going to tell you their truth, and their truth is real. But some of it may not be duplicatable right out of the chute for a lot of you. And that's why I have people like Randy Jones and Rachel Eubanks and Kathy Cruz on to come and tell you about the business and the legal side of things too. Because I'm here to make a difference. The number one goal of the Flipping Genius podcast, come on, say it with me, is to help our listeners make more money. And I mean that. Hey, I'm going to take about a 30-second break and take another swig of Kickapoo Joy juice. And when I come back, I'm going to make that announcement that I promised at the beginning. And this is where we can make a lot of money together. Hang tight. You've heard me talk about Jeremy Fisher and his course, 3-Hour Car Flip Academy. Jeremy's course is now available on Flipping Genius for less than $50. Jeremy is a fantastic instructor, car flipper, and podcaster. He's had over 2 million downloads of his material on the internet already, and now Jeremy's course is offered to us at just $50. In fact, I can't imagine that you won't make 10 times that amount on your first flip. Go to flippinggenius.com, click on resources page, and then click on more great stuff, and you'll see Jeremy's course there along with some sample videos. I encourage you to purchase the course today. We are back. Hey, I promised to share an idea that will make a lot of people a lot more money, and here it is. And this is still in development. However, it's going to be a very limited number of spaces available, so I want to share it with you and get your feedback, and also get interest with anybody who might be interested in it, so that we can maybe narrow down the selection, because the less time I have to spend forming this, the better. Anyway, we've talked about the Flippers Forum, and it's a great idea. It's growing, and I'm pleased with the growth. I'd like to see it grow faster. I'd like to see more interaction with you guys, and I hope that you'll step that up. Who's in the group right now, I hope you'll start sharing more, just be honest with you. And I hope the folks that are hearing this will come and join us. I talked about the team member rewards program. Oh, by the way, if you're watching the video, you saw me. I did find one of my hats. Here it is. Good looking cap. But the other stuff that you get in that group, in that program, is even better. The YouTube channel, we're going to add more and more information there to try to help you make more money. And the podcast is going to continue to add more and more diverse guests, more information, continue to try to bring more to the table to help everybody make more money, including me. Frankly, I learn every single time. Like I said, I learned from the last episodes. But this is next level stuff that I'm talking about today. And here are the things that we're developing right now. Like I said, I don't have an exact date to announce it, but it is coming up this quarter, and it will. This is the first episode of the second quarter of 2021. If you're just listening to this in 2045 or something, you don't know how long a podcast will last. I listen to podcasts all the time that are 10 years old and still get a lot of benefit from them. But this is 2021, beginning of April, and we're announcing our Flipping Genius accountability groups. That's what we're going to start with. And let me tell you what this is. It is exciting to me because it's something I participate in business. I have other business interests besides just the car business. And this is something I've done over the years, and it has significantly affected my success, and I want to share it with you. Um, these will be meetings that will be held via internet video, which is a fantastic development that we've seen happen in the last year. COVID-19 kind of forced this issue, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I'm meeting with people all across the country and even the world now using internet video, where we might not have even thought of doing that before. And it knocks down barriers and gives us a chance to learn together. So these will be twice monthly Flipping Genius accountability group meetings. These are very, very small groups. The goal is to have it large enough that we can bring quality input from the group, and small enough that it will allow each member to have a voice. We're going to build relationships with other car flippers all across the United States. Now, that is what Flippers Forum can do too. You can go on there and ask questions and help each other. That's awesome. That's dynamite. But this is actually face-to-face and sharing real information with each other. Now, I'm going to moderate and facilitate the groups. So all you have to do is, if you're a member, you just show up. You just show up. There'll be a few more expectations from me as we grow the thing, but your job is to show up. My job is to facilitate and moderate the event. Probably the meetings will be about an hour long, very concise, not a lot of BS. Get right down to business. They'll be very purpose-filled. We'll set and track and keep goals. There will be basically a partnership with all of us and accountability. So holding ourselves to those goals that we've set. And I find that has been instrumental in my success in everything that I've done, and continues to be. We will encourage each other to succeed. This is a big deal. We'll pat each other on the backs when we have victories, and encourage people to take that next step. And concrete assistance for your efforts, not only from me, but also from the group, because we'll have a diverse selection of members in each group. There's only going to be so many groups, because there's only so much time that I have to run this type of thing. But the people who are in there will bring different things to the table, not only from the car business, but from other businesses too. You'll be surprised at what value comes to the group. There'll be networking within the group. There'll be you'll benefit from contacts for assistance and guidance, maybe specifically in your area or even nationally, and ideas and solutions that will come from others. Anytime you combine the efforts and the thinking of more than one like-minded person, you benefit, and that's the whole idea here. And references for materials and support, ideas on how to save money on different items, and what to do with the situations that you're in. Each quarter we'll have a special guest also that will come to each group and spend about a 30-minute additional to the regular 1-hour meeting, and it'll be a highly sought after individual who's going to bring a highly specialized information to that group. Can't tell you exactly who those people are, but we've got a few lined up already, and they will bring you ideas that you're not going to think of on your own. You may have a couple thoughts like this, but these are going to be some awesome people, and they'll add 15 to 30 minutes to our regular group session, in addition to the meeting. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible, because I do not want to lock your time up, and we're going to be cognizant of that. So these meetings are going to be on mark. In addition to the group accountability, we'll also do a one-on-one. Myself and each member will have a monthly meeting that'll be about an hour long also. It's shorter if you want it to be, but I'll give you an hour, and we're going to talk about your goals, and as you're progressing, other ideas that I can help you build your business and tackle the problems that you're running into. We'll also do a weekly assessment and feedback for each individual. So you'll send me how you're progressing, and I'll try to give you some feedback on that. And the whole idea here is to coach you to success, both as an individual and as a member of this accountability group. So that's the first announcement of additional step, an additional tier, and this will be a tier of our flipping team membership, where you're going to get a lot of the benefits that all flipping team members get just by joining the flipping team member. But this will be a very specialized group that will benefit from this. And then we have another level that is, and this is in development, but I said these things will come out this quarter, and if you're interested, I want you to contact me. The Flipping Genius Mastermind groups, this is something I'm excited to be involved in as a businessman. These meetings will be held, again, via an internet video. If somehow we can all get together in one spot and do it face-to-face, that'd be great. But I suspect that, I already know that there'll be individuals coming from different parts of the country. Right now, it looks like West Coast, Southwest. I'm in the Southeast, and already in the Midwest, potential members of this group. So it's not likely we're going to be in one place. So the internet video, it's very effective, very efficient. Monthly groups, it'll be a very small group. And this is designed, frankly, to build wealth, both in the flipping car business, but in other businesses too. These will be individuals who will come forward and meet with each other with the idea of strategizing and building wealth. So I'm not going to go into a lot of details on that. That's a pretty concise assessment, I think. If you're interested in learning about either or both of these groups, please send me an email to flippingquestions@gmail.com, flippingquestions@gmail.com. Please take a couple minutes to tell me about yourself and why you're interested in doing this. Make sure I know what you're writing about, and I'll be happy to get back with you. And as we develop this, you'll be at the top of the list, at the top of the mind, because I think once we get this set up, I won't be talking about it a lot, because I don't want to tease people. If we can't bring them into this mix, I'm not going to talk about it. But once we get these set up, we'll be set up and move forward. And I suspect the people who will get involved in this will want to stay involved in it, because it is going to help you make more money. And that's what the podcast is about. That's what it's all about. And this is the next progression, and I'm excited about it. Hope you're excited about hearing about it. Please send me an email, flippingquestions@gmail.com, to ask more questions about this. I'm going to take another 30-second break, and when we get back, we're going to wrap this up with some more good stuff, but just a couple seconds. Hang on tight. Hey, thanks for listening. And I want you to consider becoming a flipping team member. And when you do, we will share with you a startup kit that is valued at $250 or more. And each month, you'll get our flipping team member success pack, which is also designed to help you make more money. Each and every month, you'll get more bonus material and other information because you're a flipping team member. Go to flippinggenius.com and click on the Flipping Team Member button to learn more. Hey, thanks for joining us on the Flipping Genius podcast this week. And please contact me at flippingquestions@gmail.com if you're interested in the accountability groups or the mastermind group that we're forming. Please consider doing all the stuff I've asked you to do during the episode. We're here to help you make more money, and that's what Flipping Genius is all about. Check us out on the YouTube channel if you haven't already looked. Be sure to search Flipping Genius on Facebook groups and join the Flippers Forum. And if there's a sales group in your area, join that too. Buy and sell your vehicles there. And if you'd like to get involved in helping grow one of those groups, just let me know. We want to grow them as large as we can. The group here in Huntsville, Alabama, we have 2 groups. They have close to 35,000 members in those groups. They definitely help you sell vehicles. Absolutely encourage you to do that. Hey, if you like the podcast, please subscribe. Please tell your friends. Please leave me a 5-star review if you can. If you're at a place where you can. We're heard on every podcast broadcasting network that I know of, and as well as now the podcast also being broadcast on the YouTube channel. You can find us on flippinggenius.com with 1 G in the middle, and you can check out our resources page there with lots of great deals on everything from tires to discounts on auctions to training classes like the 3-hour car flip. Everything that's on there is something I buy myself or think that others should buy or wouldn't be there. If you have any questions about any of that, or if you got any suggestions, flippingquestions@gmail.com. Hey, thanks for watching again. We'll see you on the next episode. Let's all work together. Let's make some money. Let's all become flipping geniuses. I'm an old dude with old school ideas. I still find a way to do one-on-one business, but getting to that point takes some new world marketing. My friend Rachel Eubanks has helped me with this, and now she can help you too. Rachel has created a digital course called Creating an Ideal Customer Story. Rachel's course helped me save time, refine my communication, and increase my bottom line. It takes less than 3 hours to complete, and she has it available now at our resources page at flippinggenius.com for only $20. Frankly, it doesn't matter where you are on your path to flipping geniusness, or any other business venture for that matter. Rachel's course will help you make more money. Go to our resources page at flippinggenius.com and get started on your journey to creating an ideal customer story today.